Okay, so we are starting a new unit. This is unit 2, and we are learning to understand teen numbers. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look here where it says this week your child is exploring teen numbers. The numbers 11 through 19 are all teen numbers. Your child is learning to recognize them as a group of 10 and more ones or some ones. For example, number 12 can be shown as one group of 10 and 2 ones. Thinking of teen numbers as a 10 and more ones will help your child prepare for adding and subtracting two-digit numbers later on as we get into harder and more difficult lessons. In this class, you're going to be using connecting cubes and manipulatives or drawing them. If you do not have them, you can always draw your manips. Okay? So here, down here, it says put 14 cubes in 10 frames. So we've got a double 10 frame. We've got one 10 frame here, and we have another 10 frame right here, right? So if we're doing 14, if you look at the number 14, you can see, and I'm going to divide this out, you can see that you have a group of 10s and you have a group of 1s. And Mrs. Sanders likes to practice spelling the word two. First you make a T, then you make an O. Two is written with a T and then an O. Two. So you have 10s and you have 1s, and you have one group of 10. So over here you have one 10 stick and you have 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. Okay, and you can break that down. 10 is your whole, or excuse me, 14 is your whole, 10 is your part, and 4 is your part. Okay, so we're going to move over now to close that page, and I'm going to share a different screen, and we are going to look at this page right here where it says, and we're on page 241. Here it says show 13, okay? So if we are showing 13, okay, we can do it like we have done before. We can count it the long way, starting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So here we see that we have one hand. On one hand, we always have 5 fingers, right? And on the other hand, we have 5 fingers. When we have both hands together, that's addition. That is an addition double. 5 plus 5 equals 10 again. So that shows that we have one group of 10, and then we had how many more? We had how many fingers do we have right here? Can we count that without, or can we say how many that is without saying 1, 2, 3? I just told you. How many do we have there? We have 3. So if we have 10 plus 3, our total, or the whole, is 13, right? So I'm going to change my color right here, and I'm going to separate this out by place value. We have, first you make a T, then you make an O. 2 is written with a T and then an O. Toot. So we have 10s. How many 10s? We have one group of 10. And we have 1s. How many 1s? 3 1s. So we have one group of 10 and 3 1s, and the total value is 13. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, I'm going to grab a different color here. Okay, it says show 16. Well, over here on this side, and I love when my students copy everything I do. Every time I write, you write. Right? Right, 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 right. Okay, so if we have the number 16, we can divide that out into place value. First you make a T, then you make an O. 2 is written with a T and then an O, 2, 2. So we have tens, and we have ones, right? So we have one group of 10, but guess what? I don't have to count all of these fingers already. It says that I have 1 10, and I know that I have an entire group of 10 with 2 hands, right? I have 10, and then it says 6 ones, so I'm going to count 6 ones. I also know that I have 5 here, so I need to just count up to 6. Okay, I'm going to make that one a different color. 5, 6. Okay, so I have one group of 10 and 6 ones, and I want to draw that over here. 1 10 and 6 ones. 2, 3, 4, 5, new line, 6. So my number is 16. Mrs. Sanders likes to emphasize the word teen with the n sound at the end, because sometimes when my friends are counting, we say 40, 50, 60, 70 for 14, 15, 16. So teen numbers have 1 10 and then some ones, right? Okay, let's go down to this problem here. It says show 19. So if I put my 19 over here and I can draw my T graph, right? First you make a T, then you make an O. 2 is written with the T and then an O, 2, 2. So I have one group of 10 and 9 ones. So right here I have 10 and then 9. Oh, guess what? I know that this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So all of these right here has a value of 9. So I have 1 10 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops. 9 ones, 19. Okay, great job today. Stop share and